A new world record was achieved here in Palm Springs. Alligators are coming to get you in more ways than one. Brad Pitt gets sued. Kids get the shaft. General Motors is getting greedy. KFC wants you hungry. And Scary Movie and He-Man are back. All that and much more pop culture goodness and badness this week on the Swish Edition.
It's your weekly pop culture roundup every Wednesday. The Swish Edition with Robbie and Walla Walla.
Town so nice they named it twice.
And Scott in Sin City.
Viva Las Vegas.
We've got all the pop culture silliness of the week you totally need to know. Brace yourselves. This is the Swish Edition.
Hey everybody, this is episode 517. It's June 3rd, and I'm coming to you from Palm Springs, California. How fun is that?
I love it.
I love it too.
You should get your palm read while you're in Palm Springs.
That's a really good idea. A really good idea. Well, this is also our first show of the unofficial beginning of summer. I know it doesn't really happen until like the 21st or the 22nd of June, but I consider June 1st the beginning of summer.
I think like Memorial Day weekend is the beginning of summer.
There you go. Yeah, Memorial Day to Labor Day.
Yes, exactly. Memorial Day to Labor Day is summer for me.
Screw what the sun and the moon and the stars think.
Fuck that.
Well, speaking of Palm Springs, Robbie, last week we talked about Marilyn Monroe because this past Monday was her 100th birthday. And Palm Springs did it up big. I didn't know about this when we taped last week's show, but apparently this past Saturday, a world record was broken here in Palm Springs. These people got together. I don't know how they found all these people or how they orchestrated this, but they got 1,037 men and women to dress up as Marilyn Monroe and all be at the same place at the same time. And they won the Guinness Book of World Records for the most Marilyn lookalikes in one place.
It's too bad you didn't know about this because you could have come a day early and paid the $75, gotten the dress and the wig, and totally participated.
It was so cool. So the previous record was only 254 people, so they beat it by like 4 or 5-fold, which I thought was really great. And you're right, $75 bought you the iconic white halter dress that she wore in the 7-Year Itch. And you got this really it was kind of a cheap looking wig, but for having to buy over 1,000 of them, I guess it had to be. But it looked like the people had a lot of fun. And guess what? The event was hosted by comedian and actor Scott Nevins, who has previously been a guest on this show, and he lives here in Palm Springs.
I thought you were going to say Bobcat Goldthwait.
Why? Why?
I don't know. It's just a name that popped into my head.
That is hilarious. Well, anyway, they did this right at the base of the Forever Maryland statue, which we talked about on the show last week, and I thought that was just really great. And I'll put up one of the pictures from the event. I'll see if I can find some more to put on when I edit the YouTube. But I thought it was really cool, and you're right. I should have come a day earlier. Dale and I got down here on Sunday.
Shoulda, woulda, coulda, but we didn't really know that was happening. I didn't know that was a thing.
I guess I'm gonna have to subscribe to the newspaper of record here in Palm Springs, whatever that is. So
you need to have like an inside connection in Palm Springs.
Well, I do know when Sherry Vine is coming. Sherry Vine, Jackie Beat, Coco
Peru,
and a couple others they're doing a
Carla
show.
Jean Merman.
Well, they're doing a show. Is she in it? Do you know what I'm talking about?
No, I'm just naming drag queens.
You're just naming them randomly. No, the ones I named are in a show called Jurassic Drag that's happening here the first weekend in November, and I think we're going to try to get tickets for that and come down.
So the first weekend in November, to my memory, is Pride in Palm Springs.
I
So I'm
know.
pretty sure it's coinciding with Pride. Yeah.
I'm well aware. Yeah, it's going to be quite a weekend, I'm sure.
I was there for Pride one year and it was hot outside and hot inside. And that's all I'm going to say about that.
Okay. Well, why don't you go, if you're hot, maybe you should go down into the sewer system.
Yeah. So we got some stories about the sewer. So you all know the old urban legend where somebody flushes a baby alligator down the toilet, and then it gets into the sewer system and it survives and it thrives and it gets really big and then it starts eating people. That's not just a corny movie from the 80s, and I have the poster to prove it. It's a good movie, by the way. But this really did happen. And let's see if I can get the name of this town right. It's in Florida, and it's called Oviedo. Oviedo?
I think that sounds right.
Anyone from Oviedo, Florida out there that can correct me? But so, as if the people in Florida didn't have enough to worry about, now they got to worry about alligators and sewers.
Yeah.
And so, but it was only 5 foot long. I mean, that's still a little intimidating, but it's nothing like 35 feet, like the alligator from the movie Alligator.
Is there any such thing as a 35-foot alligator in
There
real
could
life?
be. There could be. You never know what's out there. So in this town, there's 75 miles of drainage pipes. And officials think the gator entered through one of the city's stormwater ponds, which totally makes sense. I'm surprised this doesn't happen more often because,
Right.
but so like I said at the beginning, it is a huge myth and urban legend about this happening, but most urban legends come from real stuff.
Right.
And we could totally do a whole segment one day about urban legends.
We
But
should.
But in 2010, this is kind of cute, actually. In 2010, an 18-inch alligator crawled out of a storm drain in Queens. 18 inches. 18 inches and Queens in the same sentence is funny to me anyway. But then this past February, a 4-foot gator appeared in Brooklyn.
In New York, of all
Brooklyn.
places.
Yeah. So, but I think it's a funny story, but I mean,
It's funny until you're sitting on the toilet and you think something's going to be coming up at you from below. That freaks me out. I've always thought about that.
An
with
alligator
snakes.
wouldn't do that. A snake could, and that has happened as well. And rats coming up through the toilet is a real thing.
I'm never pooping again.
I didn't know you did. I thought you were like a Ken doll. But yeah, you got to watch sometimes you hear stories about rats and snakes coming up through the toilet, but an alligator would not fit through the toilet. On the subject of alligators, I got a little funny tidbit for you guys. It was in the news this week as well. It's alligator crazy this summer. I don't know what's going on, but alligators have a perpetual hard-on. Did anyone out there know this trivia fact? So, unlike us, their penises stay inside their body until it's needed, but it's always hard and ready. It sort of springs out like a built-in ironing board in your wall, It's just like when it's ready, it just pops out.
Like a Pez dispenser.
Right. And Vice.com is the one that reported this. I was laughing when I read this. They called it a pornographic Jack in the Box.
Should that be the title of today's show?
That's a good one. Scientists didn't even know how alligators made it until they dissected one. Also this story, David Attenborough did not prepare me for this story at all. He has never mentioned alligator penises. All the years he's been doing those nature shows.
It wouldn't be family friendly, I guess.
I would like for him to say alligator penis with his accent.
He's got a great voice.
This also gives whole new meaning to the phrase "see you later, alligator."
Maybe is that where it came from? Robbie, our listeners have said they wanted varied news stories from us and not all entertainment industry stuff. So here, you got it. You got it this week. Alligator penises.
Alligator penises. It's what's in this week.
And when I edit the show together on YouTube, Robbie, I usually try to put up as many pictures as I can get my hands on that I don't have to pay for. But I'm not putting a picture of an alligator penis on today's show.
Why you can't find one?
Well,
Because I
maybe I
know a
could
guy. I know a
maybe I
guy.
could draw it myself. But wait a second. Wait a second. I have another penis story before
I
we
love penis stories.
penis
Do go
stories are
on.
great. We should do a whole episode on that. It turns out Brad Pitt has a penis, but that's beside the point. Brad Pitt is being sued by a penis cream company. Now I didn't know this. Brad Pitt owns 50% of a French skincare brand, and the company is being sued. I didn't know this. There's a company called B- Beau, space the capital D. It's a Malibu, California-based company that sells a $56 D cream, which promises maximum moisture, smoothness, and potency for your best friend. I might have to check that out. They also
My
say
budget does not allow this.
they also say it puts power in your package. That's their tagline for their D cream. Anyway, this is something an alligator doesn't need, apparently. But Pitt's company, it turns out, is called Beau Domain. And Beau D wants $75,000 and to get Pitt and the French people to stop using the name because they think it's too similar to their name, which came first. So, as far as I can tell, Brad's company doesn't sell a penis cream, but I could see how there could be some kind of confusion. So, I don't know who's going to win, but
Well,
usually it's the celebrity that has multi-millions of dollars who wins.
yeah, they're asking for $75,000. That's like chump change to Brad Pitt.
Yeah, but they also want him to stop using the name of his company and change it to something.
I don't even know why he chose that name. It's weird.
No, Beau Domain. I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the French Chateau region where he lives. I know that he and Jolie fought over a French chateau there for years and years when they got divorced, but I don't know. That must be where he got hooked up with the French skincare people. Anyway,
I
I
also
know,
I
I
think
know you're. Yeah, go ahead.
I got another penis story too. It's not on our outline, but I saw it today on the internet. Rock Hudson, famous Rock Hudson, teen idol from back in the day. So there was a story that says that he apparently had a really huge penis, and somebody had talked about it. I forget who, but they said it was the biggest they'd ever seen. So we got alligators, Brad Pitt, and Rock Hudson
Who was this
all in
that
the
said?
news.
Was this someone that we know or just someone that knew him?
I can't remember if it was a celebrity or somebody. It was clearly someone that knew him in the biblical sense.
Got it.
But what
Well,
they said specifically was it was the biggest they'd seen, but not the prettiest. And now I'm super, super curious what that even really means.
well, yeah, they're not all pretty. No,
Moving on.
go for it.
According to a recent poll, 75% of Americans would love to see more children-free restaurants. I know I would. Children-free restaurants, or just a section of the restaurant, or maybe like certain hours where kids were. But I mean, that's going to
Yeah,
get a little
tricky.
tricky, right? Because
Yeah,
the parents going to come in there, they're going to get shitty about it, and you know how people are, especially the
it's
Karens of the world,
yeah.
and they're the ones that love to procreate the most. Um, So, or like later evenings and romantic locations, those should be like child free.
Agreed.
Says about 50% of adults say that. More than ever before, people are willing to pay more for the ultimate experience without having kids in the restaurant. They'll pay more. Surprisingly, most of the people seeking adults only experiences are parents themselves. Well, that's
Yeah,
not surprising to me because I know they want to get a break.
they're getting enough at home.
And
Exactly.
and us child-free people don't want to have to suffer because you wanted kids. The majority of respondents also encourage parents to better manage their children in public.
Well, I've been saying that since the dawn of this show. I mean, I can't believe it when I go out somewhere and I see kids running around a restaurant. If Do you know that if I did that when I was a toddler or a young kid, I would have been murdered by my father. He would have never put up with
No,
that.
and I knew better than to do that.
Yeah.
Sometimes I felt like I could get away with a little bit more if my dad was not around, but I knew damn sure not to do that when he was.
Absolutely.
But
Same at
it's
my
okay.
house.
It's one thing for kids to be kids. Okay, I get it. Kids, like, they need to blow off some steam, run around, be kids, right? I totally agree with that. And there's places for this, right?
Yeah,
But also, even if you're in a restaurant and your kid's there and they do start doing that, r- rein them in a little bit. Don't just
yeah,
ignore them. That's what makes me even more upset, is the parents just ignoring their
ignoring it.
unruly child.
Exactly. Because they want to have fun and enjoy their meal instead of taking care of their stupid rugrats.
Well,
But isn't
I was somewhere once, and at a restaurant, a sit down nice restaurant, and there was a woman and two kids sitting at the booth behind me, and those kids didn't make a peep. I felt like being the person that on my way out said, "You are amazing," because I didn't even hear these kids, but I didn't say anything. But
you
that's
should
like,
have?
kids are able to behave
Yeah,
in public. You just have to, I don't know. I'm not a
train them.
parent, and I don't know how well of a parent I would be, but I'll tell you this, my kids wouldn't be running around screaming all over the restaurant. That's for sure.
Exactly. No, I've definitely seen well-behaved kids. I've seen well-behaved kids in first class on an airplane where I don't think they should be. But if they're well-behaved, I guess it's fine. I've seen it happen, but more times than not, I think they're just the opposite. Or the parents just bring them an iPad and some earbuds and just like have them look at a movie the whole time, which I think is horrible too.
Well, also the whole thing about the planes, I'm like, okay, where are you needing to go with this small child that you need to bring them on a plane? My parents never did that. We managed just fine. The first time I ever flew on a plane, Scott, I was like 24. I was
Excuse
like
me?
20. Yeah. That
That's
was the
not
very first
possible.
time I flew. It was 2005 or something. It was because my grandma passed away and I had to go to Florida real quick,
Did
and
your
I
parents
flew.
never your parents never took you on vacation?
If we went on vacation, it was drivable. We drove from Virginia all the way down to Florida for Disney World once. Yeah, it
Sounds
was
like
like
that
16
sounds.
hours.
Oh God, no. My limit is 4, 5 max.
Yeah, so if we could drive there, we went there, but we didn't do that a lot. But we definitely didn't fly anywhere. Yeah, so I was like 24, 25-ish. Yeah.
Must have been scared. Were you scared?
I was a little intimidated. I was by myself. I didn't really know how things worked. This was post 9/11 too, where things were like super crazy. Um,
Okay, America. He's so much younger than me, it's not funny. I think I probably flew before I was 2, because my dad was a pilot. My uncle
so
was a
your
pilot.
parents were one of those parents that were like, "Let's take our small kid on a plane."
Well, both my parents are pilots. My uncle's a pilot. We grew up on airplanes, and yeah, that was just what we did. So it was just a
What, did you
regular
run
thing.
around like a crazy person?
Like I said, if my father was there, no. No, I did not. I actually flew in the cockpit once too, but that's another story, and I really shouldn't tell it because I don't want my dad to get in trouble.
He's like
Um,
retired. How's he going to get in trouble?
he's very retired, like 22 years, so I don't think we have anything to worry about. Um, but from cars, I mean, from airplanes to cars, I've got an outrageous business story to tell because I'm just so upset about this because I think it's so stupid. And if it works for them, I have a feeling the other car companies are going to do it too. So I've never owned a General Motors vehicle, but apparently it is the sixth largest car company in the world. They make, what do they make? They make Chevrolet, GMC, Buick, Cadillac. Do you have any of those cars?
No, I have a Toyota.
A Toyota, which is the number one automotive company in the world. Did you know that?
I I mean, they run like butter, like
Yeah.
butter.
Well, they're the number one by sales. But we don't want Toyota to do this. What GM has announced, and they announced this a while back, that they're going to not let people attach their iPhone to the car without paying for it,
Hell no.
which I think is such bullshit.
Hell to
So
the no.
they want you to use their own thing.
Their own raggedy system. I don't want their raggedy stuff.
Yeah,
I want my Apple.
I think it's called Starlink or on something. I don't know. There's a button you press and you can talk to them, but they're gonna let you use your Apple Music and your Google Music for a fee. And if you want to use all of the things that are on here, like Apple Maps, which I use every time I drive somewhere, if I don't know where I'm going, and I connect it to my Ford Explorer and it shows up on the screen and I can talk to it, without having to press any buttons. They want to start charging for that on their new vehicle.
That's not going to go over well. And I feel like they're going to backtrack on this because the public is going to be like, oh, no, I'm just, if I was like a diehard GM person, which I'm not even like a diehard anything when it comes to cars. I wouldn't get a GM if I had to do that. You are not going to control how I can attach. I bought the damn car. You know what I mean? I
Exactly.
can do whatever I want in that thing.
I think if this took off and more companies did it, I think it would open up a huge segment for the aftermarket business because I think people would start putting their own screens in their car so that they can just use their own devices and their own
But
shit.
what about people that people that just need a damn car, right? And they can afford to get all these extra accoutrements.
I know. Do we really need anything more than an AM radio?
I am so tired of everybody coming at you for money for something. All these stupid add-on fees and apps and this is a fee for this. Like,
Well, not just that, but also the government has put so many restrictions on the car companies, and they're making cars more and more expensive every year by adding all this new shit. I mean, every time I turn off my car goes bing, 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 and it says on the screen, "Make sure there's no kid left in the back seat." And I'm like, "Are you fucking kidding me? I don't have a kid."
well,
And
that's
there's no
because
way
that
to
still
turn it
happens
off.
every day with these people that shouldn't be having
But we
kids.
don't need the government to tell us shit like that.
Well,
Just be a
that goes
responsible person.
that goes back to us being mandated to wear seatbelts back in the what was it, the 70s or the 80s.
Yeah.
Same kind of situation.
Yeah, that we have to wear seatbelts with a shoulder harness, even in the back seat. But a person can get on a motorcycle, they're not strapped in at all, and they can go flying down about 40 miles faster than me. Make that make sense.
Yes, we are a police state. I think we are.
Unless you ride a motorcycle. And we even have states in this that don't even require helmets.
What was that, Florida?
Probably.
I bet it's Florida.
I know, and you have to be careful down there because you have to weave around all the alligators.
Right? You got to rerun. And you got to watch out for their dicks.
Something I didn't even have to worry about until I found out about it today.
Well, now the Sci-Fi Channel is going to make a movie about it. You know they are.
Oh, I love it. They should. I mean, I love Sharknado, so why not Alligator Dick?
Alligator dicks. Hey, that could be a great name for like a gay strip club.
All right, let's work on that.
So honestly, this next story, I was a little upset that you gave it to me because I was like, what is this?
It's fun.
But I started a variation on it. Now I'm kind of enjoying it. So Kentucky Fried Chicken likes to have fun with their social media accounts, much like Wendy's. Wendy's is kind of like awesome about it.
Yeah.
I don't know
Wendy's says things like,
they're
and
snarky.
Your mom's a whore.
Yes, they're snarky. But I mean, like, honestly, Wendy's has a host of problems with their restaurants. They really need to get their shit together. But
yeah, I know. Tell me about it.
So KFC on Monday, they posted this, like, one of these stupid little, like, these generators, right? Where you pick the month of your birthday and the day, and it comes up with what you are, right? Like, for instance, I was born in December, so that's mac and cheese. And the day is the 8th, enjoyer. So I'm a mac and cheese enjoyer. Okay, Scott, you are a gravy
did I get yours wrong when I wrote it down?
You did. You must have thought I was born like the 5th through the 7th because that's in Jester. But also, it's fine. I forgive you. You're a gravy gobbler.
I'm a gravy gobbler. March 2nd. I love it.
But now the thing that made me laugh was I started thinking about something else I could do with this, right? I'm like, can we make it more fun and scandalous? And you could be like something like a fry slut or a biscuit bitch or like a nugget liquor. I like that much better.
Yeah, but those are not family friendly, and KFC is very family friendly.
Please. I am
But
so sick of family friendly.
okay, but can you go back for a second to mine? Wouldn't Gravy Gobbler make a great porn name
Yeah,
for me?
I think so. I think you should run with that.
So if you guys want to know what your KFC nickname is, I'll put up the chart on social media today, so you guys can figure it out on your
And
own.
be sure to, if you go there, go up to the drive-through window and tell them what your name is, and then you can experience the kid on the other end not giving a fucking flying shit about it.
He'll be like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" Wait, let's look up Dale's. Dale's is Gravy Bandit. And then let's
Okay.
look up Kristen's. Kristen is Wing Slinger. Wing Slinger. That's pretty good.
So CJ is a mac and cheese dipper.
You guys are both December.
We're both December. Yeah.
Got it. Wait, is he December 31st?
I'm sorry. He's December 30th. So he's a mac and cheese bandit.
Well, that's cool too.
I don't even think he likes mac and cheese, to be honest.
Funny. I don't love KFC's mac and
coleslaw.
cheese. No. It's too wet.
I don't
like
really get it. I don't want mac and cheese when I go out that much. I like the mac and cheese that has little crumblies on top. Like
Yeah,
if it's baked and it has the crumblies on top,
yeah,
I'll
that's
eat
the
that.
way
Yeah.
that's the way my mother always made it, and that's the way I usually make it.
I do like KFC's mashed potatoes and gravy, but I've sort of like put a pause on eating places like that.
Well, yeah, it's
Trying to get my summer body for our July Vegas excursion.
yeah. Did we tell you guys about that? Robbie's coming to Vegas at the end of July, and we're gonna do the show together, side by side. No more split screen. We're gonna be in the same shot.
Right? It'll be amazing.
It's gonna be
It'll
fun.
be like one of those special episodes. Very
Yeah,
special. We can call it the very special episode.
Should we do it in the pool?
Ugh.
No.
I mean,
he's not gonna be he's not gonna be ready in time.
hey, if it was 20 years ago, I'd be like, let's do it in the pool. I won't even wear anything. But I mean, yeah, we can still do it in the pool. I am not ashamed.
You know, for years I tried to get Dale to do a bubble bath episode, but he wouldn't do it.
Actually, I would do that because you could place the bubbles all in like certain places. You can make yourself a beard.
I don't know if it would be appropriate for you and I to get in the same bubble bath, but
well, I mean, I thought you meant like this, like, oh, we could both be in a bath.
Well,
I could blow some bubbles, like.
That would be fun.
Like,
how close to the water do you want to get your new Mac computer?
That's true. This is a new Mac computer, and I keep waiting for something to happen to it. Because every time I get something, things like didn't I tell you I lost my wedding ring?
No, where'd it go?
When I was in DC in March, I was there visiting friends, and we went to a concert. We went to see Baby No Money. And I don't know if you know who that is, but he's like a newer star. He's fun. I'm usually not into newer acts that often, but he just does something for me. If you watch his videos, you'll understand.
He's getting off subject.
He's kind of quirky and fun. But so we went to his concert at the Wharf.
And you had to take your ring off for that?
No, but we went after the concert. We went out drinking at some, I don't know, some places down there, like some restaurants that turn into bars after a certain time. And my ring was always a little loose, like it was always like just slightly a little too big, but it didn't like fall off if I let my hand like this. But if I would always like nervously like twirl it, like this. And this particular night, I did have some drinks. But I must have been twirling it, and then I dropped it or put it down somewhere. And the next thing you know, I was like, oh, I lost my ring. And we were like searching all over the place for it. My friend Daniel even like the next day called the restaurant or it was a restaurant that turned into a bar, whatever. So I don't even remember the name of this place. Like they didn't find it. honestly, it was a little upsetting at the time just because of the, it was like a token
Of
of
course.
your marriage, right?
Yeah.
And it wasn't like in a crazy expensive ring or anything, but it did have like it was engraved on the inside and all that.
So are you
I mean,
gonna
I was
replace it?
I will eventually, but
Yeah.
yeah. So
Well,
that
see,
happened.
this is why I have the real one, and then I have a spare over here. So if I lose one, I can just move this one over here.
Good idea.
Yeah. But
So
you know
that
what?
happened to me when I went out
Ours are
there.
ours are David Yurman rings, and I think maybe they were 150 bucks each. So they
No,
weren't.
that's how much mine was. It was only like
Yeah.
150 bucks.
We're like,
Uh,
let's not spend a ridiculous amount of money on a
no.
stupid
C-
ring. Yeah.
If it was a real ring, like that was worth something, I think I would have died. I would have been upset about it.
Not worth dying over,
Well,
but
you know what I mean.
I'm
I would
sure
really
I'm
die.
sure you've already been forgiven. Although your husband probably thinks you took it off because you wanted to go hoe around DC.
Well, I can do that with the ring on.
All right,
Actually,
stop.
having a ring on it attracts more people to you.
No, it doesn't matter if you're wearing it or not. All right, well, that brings us to I want to circle all the way back to the beginning of the show to talk about the beginning of summer. Robbie and I thought it would be really fun to put together. We each did this since the last time we saw you. We each put together our summer music playlist that we want to share with you. I think you'll be listening to both of our playlists all summer long when you go on vacation, on your car trips, on your first airplane trip at 24 years old, whatever. I think it'll be really
While you're
fun.
looking at alligator penises.
Yes. What was the porn thing? That too, the Jack in the pornography Jack in the Box. Yeah. Anyway, you have to be an Apple Music user, and if you're not, then I'm sorry. I know Spotify's the biggest, and maybe for our fall list, we'll make Spotify lists. I don't know. But this summer, it's Apple Music, and maybe we could actually put the list somewhere so people could curate their own. Um, but so mine is called Scott's Summer Vacation Playlist 2026. And I'm sorry, you don't have to listen to the whole thing, but it's 136 songs and it's almost 9 hours long.
It's
It,
quite a car ride.
it's a lot of pop hits, one hit wonders from the 1980s all the way up to today. I mean, there's some Dua Lipa on there and there's some George Michael on there. I mean, it's a little bit of everything.
And so, I was looking at your list, and then because we have very similar taste in music. Your list could have been my list. It's funny
Hmm.
because I mean, there's a couple of things you have on your list that I would totally not into, like Taylor Swift and stuff. But um, no, for the most part, we have very similar taste. And what's funny about this list, your list is is 136 songs, 9 hours. And my list is not as egregious. It's about 4 hours. It's 57 songs, but we only have one duplicate in
How
the
is that
whole thing. I
possible?
don't know how that happened, but our duplicate song, and it's a weird one. It's Dua Lipa, Dance the Night, the song from the Barbie movie, which I think
Right.
is super fun.
I love it.
I'm not typically like, super into like the newer pop acts, although I do have a soft spot for like Sabrina Carpenter and stuff like that. But so Sabrina is on my list. So my list is called Sweatin' All Summer. And it's all dance songs to keep you hot and sweaty all summer long.
It.
And like I said, it's just under 4 hours. So, you can do this pretty much anywhere. Like
Yeah.
I think my list is super fun and I hope you agree. It has everything from like, it's a mix of 70s disco, 90s house, 2000s club mixes, 80s dance pop, high energy soul,
Oh my goodness.
and like I said, some current stuff too. So everything from like the 70s all the way till now.
I love it. I
But here's
love
the
it.
thing, my selections are not like the normal basic go-tos for these songs. Like they're a little like lesser heard songs. Like
That's fine.
they're not
B-sides.
obscure. They're not obscure or
Yeah.
B-sides, but they're like just, oh, I remember that one, and that's not one I hear that often. Um
I just learned, speaking of B-sides, that Vogue, Madonna's Vogue, was originally going to be a B-side.
What's funny about that is it was going to be a B-side to the song Keep It Together, which was the last single off of the Like a Prayer album.
Yeah,
And honestly, Keep It Together is like, it's not my favorite. And it's kind of like whatever. And the fact that Vogue was going to be a B-side to that, which Keep It Together should have been a B-side.
exactly.
Uh, that just proves that Vogue was like ahead of its time. You know, sometimes when something is too far ahead of its time, people don't know what to do with it. But no, yeah, that story always amazes me. And you know, our favorite Madonna song, Into the Groove, uh, it was a B-side, and it was a B-side to a song called Angel in 1985. But so many people were buying that that single on record or whatever for the B-side, and it sort of grew a life of its own. But I think that it's funny that imagine if that had just been like somebody had said, no, this needs to be an A side, and how that could have been.
What's so funny is that there may be lots of people listening or watching to us on YouTube who have no idea what the fuck we're talking about when we're talking about B-side and A-side.
Oh, yeah, well, that's for another show. You can just Google it and look it up.
It's true. It's a record. It's a
We're
record.
not, we're, I'm not going to play teacher today.
So anyway, if you guys want to listen to our music, you don't have to download it. You can stream it. The links are available at swishedition.com. Just scroll down past the video and audio sections of our website, and you'll see our two cute faces, and you can click on either one of us to go directly to our playlist.
Yeah, just click on the picture.
Yeah, and I'm going to listen to Robbie's today while I take a walk here in Palm Springs. And you got to walk really early here in Palm Springs before it's 110 degrees. So I'll be up early listening to Robbie's music in my ear, and I'll let you know next week what I thought of it. I'm sure
Yeah,
I
and
like.
let me know what you think of the list. You know, I feel I always create playlists throughout the year for certain things.
Me
I
too.
sort of like it's sort of like a hobby of mine, so I really like to curate things.
Yes.
So
I
I
have I
definitely
have
am open to hearing what people think.
I have one called Boutique Hotel. I have one called Chill Cocktail Party. I always do a Christmas one every year. So I'm all about it. I have one called Writing, which is all instrumental. I put it on when I'm writing my books because I can't hear, lyrics, you know. It has no vocals while I'm writing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I have lots of that, which is
Yeah,
fun.
I'm just looking at my list. I have like I have a lot. I have like favorite divas mega playlist. I have something called Chill, just chill. Lost 80s, not the number one hits that you know, but like more, you got to dig a little deeper for those. Um, I have like synth nights, all like synth pop.
Perfect.
Uh, I have a Liza Minnelli playlist called Lies, Lies, Liza Minnelli.
Gay,
I have a Cher playlist called Cher Forever.
gay. Do you have Sexy Time? I
No,
have I have a Sexy Time one. It's all dirty songs.
really,
Yeah, you put it on while we're getting on.
really,
Yeah.
wow. No, I never wanted to ruin a song like that. You're always going to associate it with certain things.
That is hilarious. All right, well, we have all your entertainment news and a few surprises right after these messages.
This, my friends, is the Swish Edition. And now for something completely different.
So we have some stuff for the entertainment calendar this coming week. There's a lot of good movies coming out right now.
I'm
Like,
excited.
we are totally out of that COVID thing where or it was the COVID and then the writer's strike, right? You had very limited selections. Weeks, months would go by and I wouldn't want to see anything. Now there's like so many things out. So I'm really excited about the new Scary Movie. It's just called Scary Movie, but it's really part 6. And this one is super I'm excited
Stupid.
for it because Regina Hall is back, and so is Anna Faris, Marlon Wayans. You got and then who was the other Wayans brother? The one uh the older one. He's in it too. I loved him. He's the one that plays the gay one, Ray. Ray. So I'm super excited for that. I'm going to see it this weekend.
Cherry
And
O'Terry.
yeah, she played Gail Hailstorm. Uh, I even think I'm going to say friend, we're not really friends, but we've met twice and she's super fun. I think she has a cameo in this film. Her name is Felissa Rose. She played Angela in the original Sleepaway Camp movie. If
Good.
you ever saw
Okay.
Sleepaway Camp from the 80s, she's like a cult icon in the horror industry and she's so fun. And she is friends with the guy who plays Deputy Doofy, the actor in real life. They're
Right.
friends because I
Okay.
hung out with them one day when I was at a con. We just hung out for like hours.
Wow. Cool.
And she's in this movie with a cameo. So I'm like super excited for that.
Nice. If you guys like slapstick and stupid comedy, like stupid comedy, you'll like Scary Movie.
Well, I mean, like, it's going to be offensive. Like, there is no holds barred. It's going to be like In Living Color. Remember In Living Color
Yes.
in the
I'm
90s
okay with
on
that. I'm
Fox?
okay with that.
And I cannot wait because you know what? Comedy is so soft these days. I want to be offended. I want to be slapped in the face with a dick. I
Yeah.
want, I want to cringe and cry laughing because it's so inappropriate that you just
There
don't know
you
what you're
go.
going to do with yourself.
That's what I want too.
And I
Nice. I
can't
like it.
wait to see it. So hopefully I'm not disappointed. But also another big one's coming out this weekend too. And here's my thing. It's either going to be a huge hit or a big flop. It's going to be one or the other. And it's Masters of the Universe, the He-Man movie. Now my friend Jed has been sweet talking me for like the past couple of months and wanting me to go see this movie with him. I am not sold on He-Man. I'm just not. What about you, Scott? Are you going to go see it?
Have to. Dale grew up. It was one of his most favorite things. He actually has a He-Man T-shirt that I think he's gonna wear to the theater next week.
Do it.
So
I
yeah,
love that for him. I love people that are so into stuff that they do this fandom thing
he
because
had
I
a
do it a
He-Man
lot.
doll. He had a He-Man doll when he was a little boy.
So I never had, I could have had one. I don't remember, but I wanted the castle. Do you remember the castle?
I
The toy
remember
castle?
Grayskull.
I wanted the castle so bad. And my parents, I don't know if they couldn't afford it or they didn't want to give it to me. I never got it. So kind of a little,
Thank you,
still a
sir.
little, I feel like, I feel like Joan Cusack from Adam's Family Values. Do you remember that when she's like playing the slideshow? She never got the ballerina Barbie. I never got the gray castle, the gray skull castle, but I'm over it now.
You're over it finally. How old are you? No, you don't have to say.
But so no, I'm super excited about Scary Movie 6. I'm still on the fence about He-Man, or is it just called Masters of the Universe, or is it called He-Man Masters of the Universe?
I think it's just Masters of the Universe, but you know how I get things wrong all the time. So,
Well, people have been saying online that the dude playing He-Man is not buff enough.
well,
They're saying he doesn't have enough muscles.
but apparently he's bulked up since we last saw him on Red, White, and whatever, Royal Blue. So yeah, I think he's added some pounds. But we'll
Okay.
see. We'll see. I
So
mean,
here's what I'll do.
he
Here's what
went
I'll
from
do.
being in America's favorite gay love story movie to now being the He-Man. It's kind of crazy.
Well, funny story, Scott. I never saw that red, white, and royal blue. I never saw it.
It was so cute. It's like a Lifetime movie for gay men. And the president of the United States was what's her name? Uma Thurman. Yeah.
I can give or take her, to be honest.
I,
But
wait a second. Are you trying to tell me right here on episode 517 that you're not a huge Kill Bill fan?
no, I'm not a fan of that at all, honestly.
Have you seen Kill Bill 1 and 2?
Yes.
They're
Maybe I could watch it again, but I just remember not being that impressed by it.
they're two of my favorite movies of all time. Oh my
Yes, I know.
gosh.
And I
Well,
mean, Uma
see,
Thurman is just fine, but she's not one of my favorites. Like, She's not a ride or die for me.
Well, I'm upset that she divorced, what's his name? Because I wouldn't divorce him. Why would you
Who,
divorce
Ethan?
him?
Ethan
Ethan
Hawke?
Hawke. Why would you
I
divorce
love
Ethan
Ethan
Hawke?
Hawke and his crooked teeth. I just love
I
that.
I love him and I love everything he does. He was just in that series last year that Dale and I really enjoyed. I can't think of the name of it, but he was so good in that. Um, yeah, no, he's amazing. He's amazing. He's a good writer. He's a novelist. He's a storyteller. He's an actor. He's everything. So,
Huge penis. No,
Umer,
I'm just
right.
kidding. I don't
He
know.
has he is one of those alligator penises.
It just pops out when you need it. It's like once you pop, you can't stop.
So I know we're doing a lot of asides today. Like what if you guys haven't noticed when Robbie tells a story, there's lots of side. He takes lots of exits and then comes back onto the highway. I got one for you. Last night, Dale and I watched a movie that I'm sure that you have seen, but I saw for the first time. Have you ever
What is?
seen The Help?
Yes, I saw it in the theater with my mom and my aunt.
Oh,
You never saw
my,
The Help until recently?
last night. It was divine. I loved every minute of it. The performances were amazing. Dale had to turn to me halfway through the movie and say, that's Dallas, what's her name? Ron Howard's daughter. I'm like, what?
Yeah,
She,
yeah.
yeah, what's her
Dallas,
name?
Bryce Dallas
Dallas.
Howard, Bryce.
Yes, she was
Yeah.
so good in that. Everybody is amazing in that. The story is so perfect. Wow, did they do a good job? No wonder there were Oscar nominations and stuff for that movie. It was
I
so
don't know
well
how you
done.
missed that one. I don't know how you missed it.
Because I don't know. I get it in my mind that I'm not gonna
Remember,
like
that's
something.
so. It has the shit pie with Octavia Spencer. Like
And
that's iconic.
I love Octavia Spencer. We watched her series when she plays the podcaster detective, and I just love everybody in that movie. Allison Janney and
Wasn't Jessica Chastain in that too? I think that was one of the first movies I saw her in.
everybody's in that movie.
And she's won an Oscar since then for playing Tammy Faye Baker in the Eyes of Tammy Faye. So funny story about Octavia Spencer because they make fun of her character from the movie Ma in Scary Movie. Brenda is
Right.
supposed to be like that person. If you ever saw Ma. Ma. It sounds weird to say it, but Ma, M-A, like your mom. But yeah. So another movie that I really want to see right now, and it's getting so much buzz, it's called Backrooms.
Don't know this.
And this is not like, the club that has the dark room in the back. It has nothing to do with that, Scott. Nothing to do with that. It's a horror movie, and the director is only like 20 years old. He's like a YouTuber. And this movie is like an independent horror film, and it opened this weekend to $80 million. $80 million.
Holy moly. So
Yeah,
you're
that's
seeing it.
crazy.
Are you going to see it this week?
I'm seeing it this week with a friend of mine. We're gonna go see it, and
So you have a lot of movies to watch in the next 7 days.
I do, which is why I'm on the fence about this He-Man thing. But I don't know. I might just
If you're
see
gonna
it.
skip one, skip that one.
Skip which one?
He-Man.
Well, why don't I wait until I don't know. Are we gonna talk about it next week? Maybe, but I don't know if I'm gonna have time. But I'll try. But
I'm not gonna have time to watch it. I'm definitely gonna try to see Scary Movie before we talk next, but probably not Masters of the Universe.
Okay, well then maybe after that I can also watch Masters of the Universe, like for the time after next.
But tell us what Apple TV is doing this Friday, because I think this is kind of
Okay,
exciting.
so I am super excited about this. Really excited because I'm a fan of these movies. There's a new Cape Fear series coming out on Apple TV this Friday, starring Amy Adams and Javier Bardem. So okay, so let's go back
And to Patrick Wilson. Don't forget Patrick Wilson. I love him.
I do like him too. Of course, he's going to play the Nick Nolte husband part. But okay, so Cape Fear was originally an old movie from the 60s, 1962, I believe, with Robert Mitchum. And shoot, I can't remember the Gregory Peck and Robert Mitchum.
It's been made a million times.
and then they had the famous remake come out in the 90s starring Robert De Niro and Nick Nolte and Jessica Lange and Juliette Lewis, okay, All right. I
I think
love
it was her
Julia.
debut. Wasn't her debut, or was Christmas
No,
Vacation her debut?
no. Because Cape Fear came out after Christmas Vacation, and I don't know if Christmas Vacation was her debut or not, but it was one of her earlier films.
Got it.
But here's the thing about her and Cape Fear. I love Juliette Lewis. I really do. I think she was too old to play that role. She was playing it like she was this little girl. Like, did she have like special needs or something? Like, there's just something off about her performance in this movie. Watch it again and let me know what you think. But it's still a good movie, and I love Juliette Lewis. But one night recently, it was like a couple months ago, I decided to watch the original and the Robert De Niro one back to back, and it was fun. And
Yeah.
now I will watch this the series, and I think Javier Bardem is a great choice for the villain.
Okay, but here's my question for you. Why do it again?
Yeah, for a new generation. I mean,
Yeah.
the last one was 1991. That came out in
Yeah.
91.
Did you mention who's doing this?
Steven Spielberg and Martin Scorsese.
I mean, you can't get better than that.
Okay, didn't Martin Scorsese do the remake with Robert De Niro? So I think he's the one that did that back then.
Yeah.
So
I mean, if those two men are involved, then it has to be good.
well, then
They're not
Steven
going to put out
Spielberg.
shit.
And also, here's the thing: Steven Spielberg has a movie coming out this month too, called Disclosure.
Which we have to go see.
That I
and we
have to
to
go
talk
see
about.
that, and that
Right.
Stop That Train is coming out. Like, there's too much to see. Too much.
Next week, Stop That Train is next Friday. I know. We're so
Well, and
screwed, Robbie.
I
What are we
looked at
going to
my
do?
I looked at my movie theater calendar at in town. We have one Cinemark. It's like a 12 screen theater. It's not on the schedule yet, so I'm getting a little worried. But I don't know if it's gonna play here in Walla Walla. But this Cape Fear thing is gonna be 10 episodes. They are really stretching this out, stretching it out.
All right. Well, we'll see. I bet it's going to be good. I bet it's going to be
So,
good.
and in other TV news, so Scott, I know you watch one of these shows and you don't watch the other one. There were two epic finales that happened this week.
Series finale.
Series finales. Euphoria season 3, which wasn't officially listed before as the series end, but it is now. The creator said, yeah, it's done. And after you see that, you will know why it is just done. But good. And then Hacks was the other one. CJ and I watched Euphoria series finale and Hacks series finale back to back. And man,
Dude,
it was a lot. It was a lot. And those two shows are so good.
So
And
before you say another word, I want to make sure the people know that I told Robbie and he agreed with me, no spoilers. We're not going to spoil anything for you.
I hate spoilers because it happens to me. TMZ posted
People
today
Magazine.
a huge spoiler in the headline about Euphoria this last episode. And you know what? Not everyone can watch the show the night that it comes out.
Exactly.
And if you get online, you see that, it ruins it. So there's some other, I didn't see an episode right away for Euphoria like 2 weeks or a week ago. And I sort of got something spoiled for me. And I promise I'll never do that to people. But
I have to be so
careful.
I have to be so careful when we don't watch season finales or things like that on the night that it comes out. And sometimes we can't because we're going to a concert or we're having a dinner party or whatever. And I think it's so rude, especially
it is very rude.
Industry publications like Deadline or Access Hollywood or whatever the fuck, they should not be putting spoilers in headlines. What the fuck are they thinking?
What they should do is their headline should be spoiler alert.
Right.
Look within the article for spoilers. Right. And that way, okay, I'm not ready to read this. I'm not going to read this.
Right. I'm so sick of it.
But I forgot what I was going to say. But
talk about Hacks without talking about Hacks. Can you do that? It's hard. It's hard.
Jean Smart is going to win another Emmy for this.
Number
She's going to
5.
win another Emmy.
5 in a row, and if she wins, it'll be the only time it's ever happened.
She's gonna win. She's just gonna
Yeah.
win. And I love the other
Hannah.
lead,
Hannah.
Hannah. Uh, I love. I didn't start out loving her, but now I just love her, and
I
I'm
like
kind of
them
sad
all.
it's over now because it's over. And I kind of called it a little bit. I'm not going to say anything, but I said to CJ, I said I think I have an idea,
Right.
and I was right. But
Don't
no,
say anything. Don't
very,
say anything.
very,
But I
very
loved.
good show.
Were you satisfied with the ending? You can say that.
Yes, because how else were
Yes.
they gonna do it with
Right.
making everyone happy? And then
But
so
do
for
you know that there might be a spin-off coming?
is it gonna be with those with
Paul down. Paul.
Kayla and
Yeah, Kayla and yeah, Jimmy.
Jimmy?
Kayla and Jimmy, the manager and manager's assistant, who are now running the talent agency, they um want to do a spin-off with their
Well,
characters,
he
which I think could work.
he's the writer of the show, so
He's
he
the
has
creator.
control.
Yeah, he is co-creator of the show.
So okay, but here's the thing, Scott. Those characters, a little bit goes a long way, because Kayla will wear you out.
I know you talked about her last week. You said you were over them at award shows.
I am. I like the characters and I think they're fun, but they just showed up to every award show with that act that they do, and it's
So you
like,
think they
okay,
overdid it? They
they
overdid it.
overdid it. They overdid
Yeah.
it a little bit. And Kayla is funny like 70% of the time. And then the other 30, she's just annoying.
Yeah.
But but I mean she's chaotic. She's chaotic mess. But no, if there's a spinoff, I will watch it, and then I'll tell you right away if I'm going to continue or not. But I'll just say that.
I love it.
But yeah, and then also Euphoria. I mean, I'm sorry, not Euphoria, but Hats. They're getting like a physical media release, so people can own it on disc,
I think I want to.
DVD, and probably Blu-ray. I mean, Blu-ray is really. I mean, DVD has been surpassed by
Blu-ray's the
Blu-ray. I
shit.
think, yeah. And I like owning physical media, but I don't know if I would buy this just because I have HBO Max, and if I want to revisit it, I'll just do it that way. But
Yeah,
I
but
am a fan of physical media, though. I am.
the producers, like the creators, like Paul Downs and the girls, his wife is also one of the co-creators. And he
Well,
seems
it's funny
super.
because he gives me gay vibes, like
I know,
hard.
right? That was just about to come out of my mouth. I was about to say I always thought he was gay until I found out that his wife is one of the co-creators of the show.
It always happens that way.
But they decided they really want to put out the DVDs because they're worried about what's going to happen to their company when it is all of a sudden owned by David Ellison, So
Well,
God
a lot
knows.
of these companies like Netflix, and they don't like physical media because it cuts into their profit margin.
Right, I get it.
And I do not like anyone that is going to go against physical media. I just cannot stand it.
Wait, does that mean that you can't buy House of Cards, the entire series, on DVD? Because that was the original
Okay,
Netflix
I'm not
show.
sure about like older shows that Netflix did, but like more newer ones, they're not. And
Right.
also, there's a couple of movies that are very sought after for physical media. And you know what it is? Remember Saltburn?
Yes.
That was not a Netflix. That was a Prime movie, I believe.
Okay.
And that has never seen a physical release, and I think it should. Another one, and Saltburn came out in theaters. I remember it was in theaters. So I feel like if a movie came out in theaters, it should definitely get a physical release.
I think so too.
Another movie that came out in theaters during COVID was Barbarian. Do you remember Barbarian? The same guy that did Weapons. The movie before was called Barbarian. It was very good. And that has never seen a physical release. And there are people in the physical media community. Yes, there is one. And they're just buying bootlegs, and because they want a physical copy, and
Yeah.
it's just not there. I was at a con once and I saw like a vendor selling video, or not videos, they were discs, and there was some bootlegs there, and I saw Barbarian there, and I knew that it was a bootleg because, and when I say bootleg, I mean like someone professionally made a disc out of it, not like a video camera in a
I
movie
mean, you
theater
could,
kind of thing,
yeah, but you
but
can do
like a
that
physical,
too.
like very
Right.
professional situation.
Right.
And he's selling them, like the
But how did
studio's
he get
losing
away with
money.
how is he selling them? Is he could get in a lot of trouble for doing that.
I mean, if somebody from that would care showed up there and saw it,
Yeah.
maybe, but he's
Right.
like, ah, whatever. But I mean, I didn't
Yeah.
buy it because I don't like to buy bootlegs. I like to buy the real stuff because I don't like stream stuff for free, like torrent stuff, because you're just really hurting the industry by doing that. You're not
Yeah.
helping
Oh,
anybody.
I agree. I
But
agree.
yeah, so I don't want to get too off track. But so
That's the name of our show, Off Track. Off Track with Scott and Robbie.
off the rails.
We've done a lot of
But
Off Track today.
I think
And
that's where some of the interesting tidbits can come from, though. I
I
think,
think that's exactly what the best parts of our
it's
show is when we go
it's
off
like,
track.
it's like, tree roots. They just go all over.
I love it. I love it, especially aspen trees. Do you know aspen trees are the largest living organism in the world? Did you know that?
I thought it was alligator penises that were.
No, it's and what do you call a stretch of aspen trees? Do you know what it's called?
No, but I'm
It's
dying to know.
it's called a stand, aspen stand. And they go underground, right, for miles and miles and then shoot up the trees. And they're all one living organism. They're not individual trees. They're all connected
That's
below.
crazy.
I know. Look it up. It's the most amazing thing in the world. It's the
I am learning
largest
so many things today.
the largest living organism on the entire planet. Now,
Okay, I'm looking this up.
yeah, look it up. It's true. I know at least that. I know nothing else, but I know that. All right, we're going to skip the rest of the show that I wrote because we've gone way over. And the other two stories that we're going to talk about are stupid, except that the Tony Awards are on Sunday night. You might want to check that out, hosted by Pink. I will definitely be watching. It's at Radio City Music Hall. And that's it. Unless you have something else you want to talk about.
No, I mean, there were some things I was going to say about the Tonys, but the Tonys just don't excite me as much as like the Oscars or the Globes.
Oh, well, we could.
So
Well, answer me this. Will you be watching the Tonys on Sunday night?
I don't even know if I am.
You don't even know. Okay, so we
Actually,
might not.
actually, I probably won't. This coming weekend in Walla Walla is Pride weekend. We do have a Pride here. We closed down some streets on Main Street downtown.
And what exactly do you have to be prideful about? You don't even have a ring. You lost your ring.
I lost my ring. I lost my ring at sea. I'm pulling a Goldie Hawn from Overboard right now. If she can lose her ring, so can I.
It was a travesty that they remade that movie. Let me tell you that.
I didn't even watch that remake. So.
No, I didn't watch that. Even though wasn't it Anna Faris?
Yeah, but even she's not going to get me to watch that shit.
No, even she won't get me to watch. And I love her. I loved her on Mom. I loved her on the House Bunny or whatever that movie was.
The House Bunny. I did love the House Bunny.
Wasn't that a cute movie?
It's like, I'm just not that hungry. I'll just have the one mahi.
Can I say something? Can I say something really horrible though? I saw a little clip of her. She was on CBS Sunday Morning this morning. And I know I shouldn't be watching CBS because I'm very upset with CBS News because it's been bought by the Ellisons and all that bullshit. Yep. But Anna Faris, she's kind of looking a little old. Like she needs one of these things going on. Is that horrible of me? Is that horrible? Because she's like, I think she's younger than me.
Is she?
Yeah.
She's somewhere between us then, because
all right,
I know that she's
fast.
older than me, because
I'll look it up.
She was playing a teenager in the first Scary Movie that came out in 2000. So she was like 20 in 2000.
Oh, no, Robbie, I feel so bad. She's 49 years old.
Okay, so she is between us.
Well, she's looking every year of her 49. But I'm glad she got away from Chris Pratt because Chris Pratt's kind of an asshole. So I'm glad they broke up.
I didn't even know they were dating.
They were married,
Oh,
and now Chris Pratt is married to a Kennedy, I think. Do you not keep up with
I
the
wish I was
celebrity
married to a
marriages?
Kennedy. Not
Do you want to
not
be
all
married?
not all of them. I can't keep up with all of them.
Do you want to be married to Chris Pratt?
Not really.
I think
Okay, Chris Pratt, wasn't he cooler when he was kind of fat? I liked him better when
Yes.
he was a little fat.
He was on Parks and Rec.
Yeah, and he was kind of cute, and now he
But-
sort of looks douchey.
But then he did Guardians of the Galaxy, and then he did the Jurassic Park movies, Jurassic World movies, and he was all hot again. But he's
I liked him
also
when he was a little chubby.
like super MAGA and super religious. So just in case you want to know. Not that that's a bad thing, but you know.
Well, I mean, I never really felt that strongly about him anyway, so it doesn't disappoint me or nothing, but
Or nothing.
or nothing.
Or nothing. All right. Speaking of nothing, we have nothing else to say, y'all. We're going to put it
done.
away. We're going to hang it up. We're going to go work on our summer bodies while we listen to our summer playlist.
Yes, the summer playlist.
And we'll see you guys next week. Will you see us? I hope so.
The Swish Edition is a production of Bethwick Media, LLC. Learn more about the show at swishedition.com. And don't forget to subscribe and leave a review on your favorite podcast app or site. But only if you like us.
Love it. Love it. All right. Should I do the teaser? You know, I forgot to do the teaser last
Well,
week.
yeah, you did forget to do the teaser?
Did you watch the video last week?
Yeah, I did, but I don't remember if there was a teaser or not.
I put the video that I made at the AMAs on before the thing.
Oh yeah, I saw that for sure. That was kind of fun.
Yeah. And then did you see the thing at the end, the drunk walk after we left the AMAs? Did you see that?
Yes. Well, and then there was an episode like a couple of weeks ago where like after it ended, there was like it was just us talking about stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I try very hard to do that every week just for fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it was fun.
All right. So I thought I would do this from the pool, but I don't know. We'll see. I'll do it here, and if I get in the pool later, I will do it again.
You should have totally done it in the pool.
I know. That would have been so fun.
It wouldn't have been that hot if you were in the water.
Really? The whole episode?
Yeah, you could have just been in the pool.
Yeah, but I need to hear you, and I would have. How could I have the ear thing in my ear?
You could have Dale standing behind you holding the wires up.
Oh my God. For an hour and a half.
Yeah, you got to do what you got to do.
That's funny. All right, let me see if I can do this.